Detronus here. Today we're talking about the top 6 things you need to know starting Destiny. Number 1, you can stop those annoying transmissions that occur throughout the single-player campaign. Just hold the square button for PS4 or the X button for Xbox One. Number 2, if you find yourself stuck in the dark zone with a full contaminated bag, go into your menu and hold the left thumbstick to deconstruct items. You don't get any materials for it, but you do make space so you don't have to go to the evac as much. Speaking of evacs, in tip 3, you should know that there's only 4 spots available on the evacuation line for your items, so you better go up there, make sure you buff up and overheal yourself and get those items on the string because other people will be killing you for that spot, literally. If players are trying to kill you, you should know in tip number 4 that the items that these players drop are actually not unique to you. They can be picked up by anybody around them. So you better clamber over there and pick them up yourself. Yet it's also important to know that the items that drop off NPCs are unique to you, much like Diablo 3, so take your time in picking them up. And tip number 5, you need to know that you can fast travel almost anywhere. Say you want to get to the Dark Zone faster, simply fast travel to a mission nearby. As long as you've discovered that mission, you can fast travel to it. You can also fast travel to anybody in your group, or any hubs or safe houses you found along the way. If there's a mission you want to do and it's far away, simply matchmake for that mission, and once your group is full, you can actually teleport to the start of that mission as well, even if you haven't discovered it. Now the 6th and final tip is a little bit more verbose. There's 3 main stats in this game, and I want you to know the importance of looking out for these stats on the items. The common tendency when an item drops is to only focus on that first green arrow, and you shouldn't be doing that. That green arrow only tells you, well, if it's a piece of gear, the armor is higher than your currently equipped piece of gear, or if it's a weapon, that the DPS is higher. And there's far more metrics to use in making sure you're equipping the items that are really helping your playstyle. For instance, this backpack, the first green arrow increases your armor, but the 3 arrows next to it actually tell you whether or not your main stats, firearms, stamina, or electronics, increase or decrease when you equip that item. Firearms is associated to your DPS, stamina, your health, and electronics, your skill power. Now these arrows are for just quick glance comparisons to determine whether or not you should pick the item up in the first place. This box to the right, however, gives you a precise numerical value on how your 3 main stats are impacted when you equip the item. For instance, this soft trauma pack will increase my stamina by 40, which means my health will go up by a certain amount. You should also look at these miscellaneous stats in the major and minor attributes and skill attributes sections in the box below. There's a surprising amount of depth and itemization in this game, which far surpasses Destiny, and it's quite comparable to Diablo 3. I mean, you can even re-roll these stats on your items within your base, just like Diablo 3. But in final words, you really want to keep your eye on this rightmost box when deciding what kind of gear you should equip, as this is how you itemize according to your playstyle. This helps you play the way you want. For example, even though this soft trauma pack doesn't increase my electronics, it does have a major attribute of increasing my skill power by 383. So this bag is quite awesome if I want to make my heals stronger, or if I want to make something like my turret stronger. If I wanted more DPS, well, I'd be on a lookout for a bag that increases my firepower or my critical damage or whatnot. Despite not being a traditional MMO like World of Warcraft, The Division does really have an itemization system, a more meaningful one, at least, than games like World of Warcraft. Make sure you take advantage of it by learning how this system works. Well, that's it for all 6 tips. Enjoy, friends.